Welcome back. Here's where you left off. Spoilers ahead for chapters 43 through 57 of Time Risk 2 by Elyse Douglas.
Well, she got into the Titanic. That was...
I'm so shocked.
I did not anticipate that one. I was going to say, yeah, maybe, but there's no way. Next thing you know, I'm like, she boarded the Titanic. I was like, damn it. God damn it. Why? Why is this happening? So when Rachel decided to chase after Grace and literally walked into second class Titanic using her ticket, she ended up doing the right thing. She changed her name, so it's official. She's actually in the Titanic.
No, okay. Why did she change the name though? What need did she have to change it?
Think about it, Derek. Think about it. It's she ending up going in under her name. So what's his name? The father is sort of like, well, she didn't go on. I have this feeling she did it that way because she wants to make sure that the Grace was not in that list. Right, so it was just in case someone decided to look at the manifest. Even her father even did it. She even checked the manifest of the ship if Grace is actually in there. When he got there, he knocked on Rachel's door and was like, "Do you know Grace?" I was like, "I don't know who you're talking about."
He still came looking for her. Like, "Hey, I bought this cabin or whatever. Like, what are you doing here? You're not so and so. What the heck?"
I think that was the point.
So I mean,
that was the point.
Well, I guess to throw him off, I suppose so. But she didn't know he was going to be on the Titanic.
Well, she has a very good idea that he's going to be in the Titanic, waiting or doing something, right? So for
she
us,
never mentioned that.
Yeah, of course not.
Theory.
Of course not. Were you actually going to say, "Hey, Grace, I may or may not show up in the ship, so you better show up"? Ha ha ha. No, if you're a bad guy, you're gonna tell the good guys your plan. Think about that. I have no problems him showing up and making sure that she shows up. That's fine, right? No problems with that. He's doing a proper baddie here. He did what the baddie is supposed to do: not provide information to the good guys or your victim. It's like saying to if you're planning to commit a murder, it's like, "I'm gonna kill you tomorrow, so be ready. I'm gonna make sure that you'll be dead." Come on. So this makes a lot of sense. A lot of sense.
For what? The father? Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Him stalking her totally makes sense. In fact, him coming up with the plan and all that, that was creepy enough. I mean, this guy is going to 7 levels of creep. He even was like, I looked into having my wife committed. Have you looked into having your wife committed, Leonard?
No, because she will kill me.
Yeah. It's just one of those things that's like, seriously?
Yeah, he is kind of psycho, though. He is kind of psycho. And we already know that he is a little bit of out there, right? So we know that. But at the same time, too, the way the whole storyline is right now, it's kind of funny, though, because when she got on board and she knows that she has like 2 or 3 stops before she crosses the Atlantic. Atlantic. And she has a plan. She really has a plan. I'm sorry?
What do you mean 2 or 3? What do you mean 2 or 3 stops?
She stopped by in Paris, in France. They stopped by in Ireland, and they stopped in, I think, another one. Remember, they didn't go from Hampton to New York. They did a couple more stops.
Yeah, no. Well, here's the thing that I found really interesting is like she gets super sick, and she basically shreds another day. So there's like 3 days she's shredded between sleeping, between whatever. Between being ill, like she needs to go back in time a lot further back. Like send her back like a month ahead of time.
Remember
to just like grab the girl before she even leaves home, because she never has enough time for anything. And then losing the damn beeper. It's like
yeah, well, Derek, think about this. The original plan was to be back a few days before when she arrived, right? But the thing is, they screwed up again and brought her forward. She lost time going to the past because they didn't get the. And they're still trying to figure out the exact timing here. Okay, this is like the verge of like time travel. So for her going back to the past and not hitting the right date, she already said at the beginning, well, apparently they screwed up again. I'm not the date I'm supposed to be, so I have to expedite my plan, her plan. So that's what she did. But unfortunately, everyone forgot. You forgot it too, that when you go back to the past, there's a good chance there's just diseases there that our immune system hasn't seen before. And for her getting sick and think, well, it looks like I got something that my immunity and my vaccination didn't work, so that's my bad. So that's
I was gonna make that point. I was gonna go there. So yeah, thanks for making the point. That it does make sense. She could easily get sick. But also she has like modern antibiotics, antivirals, or whatever on
antibiotics
her.
And antivirals only works if they actually know the disease. It's not a general, hey, I'm going to give you this vaccine. This vaccine will cure everything.
Well, and also there are some diseases like the Spanish flu back then we still don't necessarily know that much about, right? We know more about the Black Plague than we do the Spanish flu, simply because the Black Plague stayed in the tissues more than the Spanish flu. So that's really interesting. Just imagine if she got infected with the Spanish flu, went back to the future, is like, hey, I have the antibodies for it now. That would make her like very valuable to science.
She'll be Superwoman. She'll be Superwoman. But we digress. But
we really digress.
I know. This is what happens if you get excited to a book. But yeah, no, it's. Let's go back to the conversation that the father went to knock on the door and walking in there and say, hey, where's Grace? Do you know Grace? And firstly she says like, I don't know who Grace is. I just got this room, blah, 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 blah. Right. And I love the writing of her emotions and what she wants to do to this guy. And it was really nice to see that. And I felt the same way too. I just want to grab the guy and start beating this guy up, right? And Rachel ending up just pulling back and saying, you know what? I'm not here to kill him or to beat him up. I'm here to rescue Grace. And she throughout the whole book right now, where we are right now, she did push her feelings, her emotions out to complete the mission. Right. And
well, yeah, not to throw the guy overboard. I mean, seriously, that seems like a logical thing to do.
Exactly.
Like that you would want to just push him overboard, you know? He's kind of in the way.
And I love the interaction when she met Captain Smith. Is it Captain Smith? Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like,
that
was going too fast?
Really interesting.
You just slow down.
It's like, maybe we should just go 2 degrees north, like just 2 degrees off, like 1 degree off, like, just
slow down a bit.
Just a little bit. Little slow, little starboard, just a little bit there. I mean,
exactly.
Or find the first officer and be like, look, don't reverse the port engine. Just throw her over hard and it'll clear. Like,
yeah, or just go smack in front of it and we'll survive, There's a lot
or like before she got on the Titanic, buy binoculars for the lookouts, for God's sake. You're like, here, guys, I think you might need this. This is my present to you. There you go.
It's too expensive. Your crow's nest, you have to climb up. I'll bet you the guy is like, I forgot it. I don't want to go all the way back down. I'll just do it when I go back to the bathroom or go to the bathroom or something. But either way, yeah, so
you're really digressing here.
Yeah, I know. Okay, let's go back to the story here. So she told him to bugger off, and she ended up getting sick. She ended up talking to her potential love interest, the guy that was trying to save her, but she ended up telling him not to go back when it was during the chase in the beginning of the book. And they actually had a conversation. It's like, yeah, this guy, the father, went down to the 3rd class trying to capture her daughter, but they ending up capturing her and putting her in a room. So that's where we are right now. And at the same time, too, when he went down, Grace and the boyfriend decided to run away deeper to the ship, but they got caught by the staff, saying, "Hey, you're not supposed to be here. This is bad omen if there's a girl at the bottom of the ship." So they got caught that way, and she ending up being put on her father's room with a security on it, right? But when the ship hit the iceberg, that's where we are now. This is the interesting part. You actually said earlier, she lost the time beeper again. To be honest with you,
I was thinking like, okay, so you had this entire time to like sew a button on it to close it or something. Like it's the most important thing you have, and you've lost it the second time. And it's like like you could be in the water and be like, okay, let's go. Gone. Nope, don't have the beeper. Like, seriously? You had like several hours where you hung out with Edmund, and that guy is like, where we ended off, I'm like, he's gonna show up in the boat. He's just gonna row up and be like, I am here to assist you. Like, you said to go to the boats, I've come. Like,
I just want him to say, I want to paint you like my French girls. There's gonna be
so I mean, we're jumping all around here, but I just that's my desire for the next chapter. Be like, he's just gonna row up in the boat. He's like, you instructed me to go to the boat on the port side, so I did. Now I'm here to save you. Like, just imagine I believe this entitles me to a peck or something like.
Oh my God! If that's the case, it's just gonna ruin the whole book. It's like, my God, might as well just make it a full Titanic and have Celine Dion play at the background or something. But what do you think?
We're still there. We're still on Titanic. She's in the freaking water. She can grab onto the door. She can still do it, buddy. Your hope is still alive.
Grace
here.
did jump at the. She jumped in the water, right? Right? She jumped in the water. I don't remember anymore.
Yes, of course.
She jumped in the water. And Grace has jumped in the water as well too. And she's trying to press a button, but she can't find it. And this is where we are right now. This is where it gets very interesting, in my opinion, because the way the book is going, every prediction we made went down the hill. Right? Actually, except yours. Yours, you said they're going to go into the Titanic. I said, no, they're not going to go.
I just said they're going to go, in the Titanic. That's why I said there's no way that wasn't going to happen. And I'm totally right on that one. Now the fact that they're both in the freaking water now, you got like 15 minutes before you're dead, dude. Like, seriously. Talk about tension.
This is the one that gets very interesting. This is the one that I think is going to go way off. Because, okay, let's just do a little recap. Because from the beginning of the book to where we are now, everything makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense based on time travel, based on what if scenario. Right? What if Rachel goes to the past, rescue Grace? Then she goes to the future. And we made a point that is the boyfriend going with her to the future. And even some of the chapters in her monologue with Rachel, she already said, what is her life going to be in the future? Is she going to be shocked? Is it going to be a massive culture shock that she just doesn't know how to deal with, right? So there's a lot of things that can go awry or go crazy, right? But I have a feeling that they're going to get rescued somehow, and they're going to go back to Hampton, right? So I don't know, Derek. Based on where we are right now in the book, and based on what we've read so far, every predictions we've done is completely off, right? And we were pretty good about predictions.
Ask you this. So let me ask you this. Do you think that Edmund's going to show up at a boat? It just seems like the direction we're going, because he keeps on. It's like.
But here's the thing, though, because there's already the the officers and the crew, the deckhands and all that stuff, women and children first. Right, and we know there's men getting into the boat as well, but
actually, if we're being specific here, and she does mention this, on the starboard side or the port side, I'm not very good in those terms. One of the officers was like women and children only. The other guy on the other side was like, families basically. So those that went over to the other side, men, that's how most men survived, because that guy was like, I just want to fill the boats. That's all I want to do.
Yeah.
Where the other guy was trying to do some sort of
women and children first.
Women and children first kind of thing. So that really is something that is historically accurate and is very interesting. That I like that she melded that into the book, because she keeps on telling all the men, go to this side of the ship. You can get on a boat. Get on a boat, because we don't know what's happening to Grace's boyfriend right now. We have no idea what's going on with him right now. They're both in the water. God only knows what's happening to him, right?
I think he's dead. Is he? Oh no, he's not, because they never said anything. No. I just presume he was
they haven't
dead
said
or
anything
been thrown.
That's why I'm saying that he's a really big mystery here. So I mean, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he shows up in a boat. Okay, there's my second.
That would be the most funniest thing. That's going to be a Jack and freaking Rose type of a scene now. So. Yeah, so
I swear to God, if she puts her on a board or something like that to get rescued, I'm going to be very disappointed.
The most funniest thing ever. This time, what's his name is actually can fit. All three of them fit in a plank on a door. Instead of a whistle, they have a gun, or they have like a big horn thing or whatever. They can just like get rescued that way. That would be the most funniest thing ever. But I'm just saying that where we are in the book is, I'm saying earlier, we're pretty good at predicting what's going to happen next, right? But this time, because our last prediction, our last episode, we predicted things, it never went through, right? And now we're in a part of the book now that how is Rachel going back to the future? Is Grace going to be rescued? I think we had this conversation. We actually tried to ask that question to ourselves. It's like, is Grace going back to the future, or she's going to stay in the past? Is Rachel going to be making
Rachel's
that
stuck there now?
Question.
I mean, we're assuming that she doesn't find it in the other pocket or something silly like that. Which they probably already have said.
Dude, I'll bet you it's going to be floating right in front of her as soon as she gets in the water. As soon as she's in the water, it'll be like this thing floating. It's like, damn it.
I don't know. I mean, it would probably sink if it's a beeper and it came out of her pocket. It would probably sink.
Hey, we're talking about time travel here. Anything can go, you know?
I suppose so, man. I mean, like I said, I just don't want to go down to the Titanic thing of like, oh, she's just going to whatever, you know? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But my prediction is mostly Edmund here. Edmund's going to show up in a boat and like rescue her out of the water and be like, "Now let us talk about marriage."
God, I hope not, because it's just gonna suck. But I don't know, Derek. The way we are in right now in this book, I'm I'm questioning my ability to predict what's gonna happen next.
Well, I mean,
I'm not sure if you feel the same way.
They're already in the water, for God's sake. They have like 15 minutes to live. So either she's going to find a button, somebody's going to rescue her, or she's going to die. Those are the three options here. And I think the time travel thing has been taken off the table. So we only have die or get in a boat. Like, that's pretty much it, right? That's all you got.
It's die or get in a boat, or Beeper shows up in a wooden plank floating.
Oh, that would be terrible.
Dude, that's
going
to suck.
That would be, I don't think it's going to go down. I don't think that's, well, she jumps off the ship and bounces out of the water onto a plank. Well, is it the one she's going to survive on?
Where do you think the Beeper right now, though? Because she thinks that she left it in the room.
Well, I mean, no, she went back to get it in the room. Then she put it in her pocket. Then apparently she jumps in the water and it's gone. So it's gone, buddy. I'm going to assume that the writer decided that Elyse decided to get rid of it. Now, there is the other Beeper that she never got under the
backup
grave.
One, yeah,
and
the backup one.
Back, whatever. So, I mean, she does have a option, but that means she's going in the wrong direction. And her and Grace got to get back across the Atlantic. And I'm sure that anybody on the Titanic would be like, I'm not getting on a ship again.
That's one of the biggest thing, though, because think about this. If let's just use this scenario, they got rescued. They get to Halifax, right? Rachel knows that she needs to drag Grace back to England, right? With or without the boyfriend. We don't know where the boyfriend is right now. They go back to some miracle. Rachel grabbed her and brought her back to England, right? And she presses the button to go back to the future. right? But the other scenario that we keep showing up, even our last episode, that what happened if Rachel decided, you know what, Grace should stay in the past. Then she goes back to England to press the button. We're talking about almost a month after
all
the
that's
fact.
plausible.
Right?
All of that is plausible. You know what I mean? Like, I see, especially since it's interesting. We haven't really had Grace in the book in the sense of her speaking or interacting. We've had a couple moments of her and her boyfriend talking in the bows of the ship, but that's about it, buddy. I mean, she apparently didn't like didn't like Rachel very much because she's like, get away from me, and jumps off the ship. I mean, seriously.
Well, okay, you have to
about
put
somebody's
you got to put it in the Grace perspective here. You see this woman, an American, trying to help her, right? And she has zero clue who this person is. What would you do if you're in her position? Would you trust a stranger? They're potentially working for your abusive father, right? So there's a lot of there's things there that's hard to say that Grace should follow her, and with 100% blind faith that she's okay. This is the person you should believe in. Right. So for us to say that,
it's a good point. Yeah.
So for her jumping makes sense.
It's a good point. I mean, she has to convince people that she knows best. I mean, in all honesty, the moment where they hit the iceberg, she's like, oh, for God's sake, like, what am I doing here? Like, 'cause she knows in like 2 hours, they're all dead, you know? Like, she's like, all of you just died. In 2 hours, you're all going to be dead. And like, he's like, because everyone's like, did you feel that? She's like, son of a, she's just, she's like, great.
If that happens to me having dinner next year, you feel that, I'm like, fudge. Oh man, I screwed up in this one. Time to go back in the future.
She puts all this effort into, and this is where I kind of get a little off topic again. She goes around the ship yelling at people, go up to the lifeboats, go up. So her name is on the passenger manifest of the Titanic now. It's like there, okay? So there's a lot of records about Titanic and all that. And then there's the stories of the survivors, and they were extensively interviewed to find out what happened. And yet there's like no mention of this woman just running around the ship claiming the ship's going to sink. So I think it's interesting that she interlaced that with the history, and there was this desperate attempt to save people, even though it was ultimately futile. Do you see what I'm saying?
I definitely understand what you're saying, but at the same time, too, if you look at our extensive knowledge of time travel, if this is the first time a person goes back to the past, try to do something. If you end up changing the past, you'll see that in the future. So theoretically, the time lab saw Rachel's name in the Titanic list because it just happened, right? So now, okay, listen to this. You better sit down. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm thinking about this one, okay? They saw Rachel's name in the list, the manifest list of the people, the guests, right? The people who boarded the Titanic. Now they see that list, they'll be like, "Oh crap, she's on board." So we gotta find out if she actually survived, right? When they see the record, she survived. That means like, okay, what's actually happening? It's like this. It's like you're tracking the past, so you know what's gonna happen in the future, right?
I mean, the reality is that her staying in the past would be more damaging than her coming back. So I don't think there's a scenario where she stays there. I think there's a scenario where Grace stays there, maybe, depending on what I'm just wondering, because Grace is gonna live. obviously Rachel will eventually live because she's the main protagonist in the book, but we don't know how yet. I say Edmund, we'll see. But that's my prediction for the next few chapters. What's going to be your prediction?
Okay, my prediction. This is. Oh man. Okay, my prediction is this. They survive. They get to Halifax. Rachel's gonna make a big decision. Is she gonna drag Grace back to England and to go back to the future? And go to the future, or she decided, you know what, it's time for you to stay here because she reunited with her boyfriend, and Rachel said you need to disappear, right? And she goes back to England and go back to the future.
If the boyfriend, I think you're right. If the boyfriend survives, she stays in the past. If the boyfriend doesn't survive, then she's like, hey, it's better just to come with me, girl. You know,
I actually I'm gonna disagree with that one. If she if she got to Halifax and her boyfriend is dead, she will stay. She'll move to New York because she has this grandiose plan with her boyfriend. She wants to remember his plan and be part of that still. So I think we both agree that she's going to go back to England, to go back to the future. We just don't know if Grace is going to be with her, or she made a plan to make sure that Grace disappears in the past, so in the future she does not exist anymore.
I wonder if the author listens to us and goes, really, what were they thinking?
WTF, I have no clue what you guys are thinking about.
Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Join us next time as we review chapters 58 through 72 of Timers 2 by Elyse Douglas. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share a review. We love to hear from you. Send us an email at yourbookmarksinfo@gmail.com. Join us again right here where you left off.